Hello there. Thank you for stopping by. Today I'm working on a couple journal covers. Actually, it started out as one journal cover, but I can't make up my mind. So I'm making two. This was actually supposed to be one of the journal papers inside, but I was like, I can't decide what to put on the cover. I sell most of my journals, so I'm constantly second guessing myself on what people will want on their cover, what would bring them in to want to buy it. And so in the end I decided, well, I'd make one cover with some people on it, some cute witches on it, and one without really a face, like a ghoul or Frankenstein or the witches or something. So I decided to go ahead and make two. So that ends up me making two journals, which is okay because I wanted to make more than one in the end. But I was just starting out with one. So this one I have kind of glued down already. And then I've been like all week long going back and forth about how much poof to put on it. I don't normally make Halloween journals, so I'm a little bit not as sure about them as other journals that I make because a lot of my stuff is shabby chic, kind of. I add a lot of lace and things on the side. So I was going back and forth about whether to put another poof over here or not. And I finally decided that I wouldn't, but I still think it needs a little something. So I got out a couple of these black flatbacks that I got, and I thought I would put these up here like this. And if you can't tell in the video, they do sparkle. So actually that one kind of looks like it's on the end of her hat. So that might work out real good. And then on the digital, the first thing I do with the journal is I fall in love with some kind of a digital, and then I gotta make something with it. I fall in love with one, and I think it really has a presence that people might like and people might want to buy. So this whole series is really, really cute. It has like 20 different pictures that'll be throughout. These are just the ones I picked for the covers. So when I printed it out, I took a gold pen and went around the edges, and then I die cut that out and put gold around the edge there too. Put a little black lace in the corner, and then this was some Temu tulle that I'd gotten that I put on the edge. And then I couldn't find any pumpkins that I loved, so I went to AI and made a couple polka dot pumpkins, and then a little spider web, and then of course the little pom-poms. So we're going to put this up in the corner. I have not, as I said, I have not crafted a ton of Halloween. I think before Halloween was kind of more creepy, and I am definitely more, I'm not cute in my life, and I'm not sparkly in my life, but I guess in my creating, I want to be more sparkly and cute. Because now that they're doing all the cute stuff, I am into it. The purples and the lime greens, and making cute witches like this. So I'm doing more. So I'm starting to collect my Halloween stuff. I don't have a ton, and maybe I don't need a ton. Maybe I can make it go. I want that over just a little bit more. Covers take a while. You go back and forth. I want the gold line to show, but so you have to keep fiddling with them. And then I thought I would put a black flat back right in the middle of this web. Right here. There. So that might be the end of my cover. I can't really think of a whole lot else I can put on it, but you never know in the end. And then the other pages will have things sticking out, so that'll make the cover too. Like behind this, I'll have like a tag with some chiffon, black chiffon, and that'll stick up the top, so that'll make it all kind of more too. So on this one, oh, I'll show you the back of this. So this is going to be 2 rings, and then there's the back. And I'll make this a pocket. And I'll cover up this little bit that's a little bit off. It's just a little bit off. So on this one, like I said, I've been going back and forth. And I always like to tilt my cover, my picture just a little bit. The rest of the journal won't probably have a lot glued down on it. It'll just be things clipped in. And then I thought I would go right about there. And then my tool's going to go under here. But, so what I did was I got a strip. It comes about this wide. And I got about this much of it. And then I just gathered it all together. And then I stapled it in the middle so that it doesn't keep falling apart. It's an easier way to gather things. But I don't need all this weight underneath that picture there. So I'm going to cut a little bit of this off on the, that's going to be covered up anyways by the picture. But not the staple. So we got to make sure we don't get the staple. Just a little bit of it. So there's not quite so much stuff underneath there. That looks a little bit better. And then we also don't want to cover the hole. Oops, make sure I'm in frame. We don't want to cover the hole either. I can clip a little bit of that off once I finally decide. So I'm going to glue this down a little bit so that it sticks. One of my tricks when centering something, when you got it right where you want it on the page, is to just glue half of it. Just hold it there and glue half of it. I got a string hanging out here. Now the, excuse me, when we glue the, boy, that string just wants to keep going. When we glue the whole picture down here, it'll hold it down more too. So let's just go ahead and glue that down. Sometimes you just got to be brave and do it. You got to tell yourself, well, if it messes up, I'll always can make another one. I can redo it. Or if I put it in the wrong place, I can always add something else. Now when I'm gluing down fabric on anything, I always use fabric tack. But when I'm gluing down glitter or mirror card or anything like that, glitter paper, foil paper, I always use art glitter glue because the fabric tack doesn't stick as well on that for some reason. I noticed somebody, on another note, I noticed somebody making those pokey tools and using a glue gun doing it. And I thought, wow, can you make that stick with a glue gun? That would make things easier for me. I've been using the art glitter glue. Okay, I want a little bit showing at the top of the back page, a little bit on the sides. I don't want it too close. I want it tilted a little bit, so we're going to put it down right about here. Right about here. That shows a little bit there, a little bit there. It's tilted just a little bit. Now, I want this to stay down. So I'm going to get a heavy bottle and stick it on there like that. Okay. And like I said, I played with this boo a while. Up here it covers the ghost, so I thought I'd offset it right there. I think we'll go a little bit like that, so it's like boo. A little bit to this angled a little bit. So, like I said, these are turning out to be fun now that they're cute. I'm having a ball. I guess Halloween is getting to be as big as Christmas. So, I want to make sure about that. The top of the hat there. Hopefully you guys can see over my bottle. I think I'll go like, well, I can cover him up a little bit. There, that way the top of the hat shows. There. Like I said, sometimes you just got to do it. Get this out of the way. And then I'll add these guys in some kind of fashion down here, like so. So oops, so there is my second cover. Well, I'll probably put some kind of gem around, but there is my second cover that I can't decide between these two. So we'll see which one sells the fastest, and then that will make me think, oh, I needed to do more without faces on it. Of course, you know, that's ghosty faces, so you know, it's still faces. So I don't know what I'm going on about, but anyways, I just thought I'd pop in here and share what I'm doing today. I hope that you guys are finding time to craft and enjoy the creative process. It's not frustrating you or anything. Sometimes it can be frustrating, but when it's going good, boy, is it great. So thank you so much for stopping by, and you guys take care.